Welcome to the Practical Ascension Podcast. I'm your host and soul alchemist, Tracy Goody. Stay with me for practical guidance and flow for your modern life through this time of ascension. Friday the 13th and shifting collective consciousness. Part of this ascension process that we're working through right now is shifting from ignorance to insight and wisdom in many areas of our society and our personal consciousness. So a lot of this has to do with really unwinding the agenda of keeping feminine energy and power repressed, hidden, and under control. This light warrior pathway moving back into that feminine energy is really in full swing in the Western world collective. And we are reclaiming and rising like never before. Kamala Harris and her incredible ripple effect on reclaiming feminine power. Seriously, I know many of us have really tapped into that celebration energy over the last week or so, but let's ramp it up again. So this week, we're brought to Friday the 13th and our reclaiming of feminine power. Friday has always carried a feminine vibe to it. They could not take that away from us. So it carries with us that Norse goddess Freya and the Roman goddess Venus. And as a collective, we love Fridays. This potent goddess energy, it really still shines through. It's this day of celebration, creativity, sisterhood, relaxation, manifestation. You know, Friday payday, that is a beautiful example of manifestation. Collectively, most of us can agree on this. So when you add 13 in the mix is when it starts to get a little dicey. That's when the goddess energy really gets amped up to a level that would be uncomfortable for anyone with the agenda of controlling the feminine. So obviously, let's go ahead, let's reclaim it, and let's rise even higher into this divine feminine energy. So let's break it down with numerology because I love numerology. So looking at the number 13, first let's look at the number 1. Of the 13. That carries with it the vibration of new beginnings, this cycle of life, focusing on your individuality, your piece of the whole, yet with an awareness of your value of placing your puzzle piece into the whole, right? So it's your individuality, yet you recognize the value in the whole, right? And it's also foundations. And then the number 3 carries with it the vibration of creativity, joy, fun, manifesting, trusting intuition. So we're starting to see how 13 becomes a bit of a empowered goddess number here. Now, when you're combining the 1 and the 3 of 13, that's also carrying the vibration of number 4, connecting us deeply to the earth, the practical matters, and again, the solid foundation. I've always considered the earth just beautiful, divine, feminine energy. So then number 13, when you're looking at the actual number 13, this brings forward the full goddess energy. So she's like trusting her intuition. She crushes self-doubt with her inner wisdom and insight and grace. She claims her power fully and moves forward in the direction of her divine creation. She moves and she flows and she works with the divine masculine, not against it. This creates this harmony and this balance. It really creates worlds in their highest expression. So this is pure goddess level magic. Now, there are also some more obvious signs. The 13 is connected to the goddess, 13 phases of the moon of the year, 13 menstrual cycles that women move through. It really points number 13 to an energy of power and creation, not misfortune like a lot of the Western collective belief. Now, when we're looking at origins of Friday the 13th, there seem to be a few different theories on where this collective belief began. Some refer to the Norse myth of 12 gods got together for a feast, and in walks in Loki. He's the 13th guest, and he shoots the god of happiness. So yes, 13 must be terrible because that happened. Or the Christian belief of the Last Supper where Judas was the 13th guest, and then shit went downhill from there, Friday being the day Jesus was crucified. So and then there's modern examples, of course, too, like the movie franchise that tells us that Friday the 13th is a day of terror. No, it's not. We're moving past this. So luckily, a lot of us are waking up and we're feeling our own insight on this and many other pre-programmed beliefs. We're calling it out for the BS that it is, and we're reclaiming this collective consciousness and direction of our reality. So I'm encouraging you to really honor this day. Call in that Friday the 13th energy. Reclaim that divine feminine within you and let her rise and anchor foundations for your most impactful expression. Just try it out today. Love yourself, love others, show compassion and acceptance to strangers. Take some time and connect to your insight. That's your wisdom within. You go within to find insight. Rising above, yet staying grounded. Really, anything is possible today. Remind yourself of this fact, because some of that goddess ability is manifesting and creating what you desire. Remind yourself, everything is always working out in my favor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is the dance of the goddess, really trusting fully in her own insight and inspiration. Have an amazing day, and thank you so much for joining me.